myself, girl. I need to book his tickets. I need to pick out his clothes.
Girl, why that man is fine without you all his life?
But guess what? He is married now, so guess who he loves to take care of him? I'm married now.
Okay, I want to hug, but I want to know.
Okay, tell me happy.
Okay, I'm not going to be happy. Okay.
Kenya, I just want to say congratulations. I'm so freaking happy for you. Cheers to Mr. and Mrs. Baby.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you. It's so weird how Cynthia just gushes all over Kenya's wedding. And she wasn't even invited.
For a life of happiness.
Yes.
And no drama. Okay? Thank you very much.
My husband and I met months ago when I visited one of his restaurants in New York. And I didn't have any idea that 7 months later, I'd be walking down the aisle with the man of my dreams. I have a fairy tale ending, and that's all I ever wanted.
How come we weren't invited? That's the first damn question.
No, because we eloped. I didn't invite anybody. I wanted to have my dad there, but I knew that if he said the wrong thing, and I know my husband,
It's going to mess up everything.
yeah.
Hey, what we know about you is you would be the kind of girl that would put on a wedding dress and,
Twirl around.
What?
You tried to throw me out.
Are you really ready for marriage, though?
I feel like I just want to jump in.
Everybody's going around the table and talking about how they got engaged.
At the end of the day, if and when he decides to marry you, he'll do it.
so are you guys going to live together?
Of course you're gonna live together.
When?
Soon as we can find a house.
You just built that house.
Ghost has been walking around in there. I want a new
A ghost
wife.
was in there?
You know what?
The ghost of breaking windows.
Oh, so Matt is the ghost.
Nene's nosy. Yes, she did cut off half her nose, but the one that's still left is quite big. That's Nosy Nene.
Okay, do we get to say his real name? Do we have to keep saying baby? Call him baby.
I was in New York doing a photo shoot for Essence. Tyler suggested we go on a drive-by of Mark's restaurant.
Driver, you know where SoCo Brooklyn is at? Yes, sir.
I'm not going in.
All right, we just gonna go check the spot.
Oh, Mark, they went by your restaurant.
But I was like, we cannot go in. I'm not going to get killed by Kenya.
You know Kenya would have went crazy.
Well, the thing about it is, every time I asked her about her husband, it's like everything is so secretive.
We all know very clearly that Kenya definitely gets scrutinized the most about her relationships, okay? It's always like, you got like a boyfriend, he
So when you
real,
get a
whatever.
real one, that's when you bring him around. Married
That's
now.
married now.
It will bother me that I have not met my friend's husband. Like, that would bother me.
I do want to meet him, but I don't want to press her to do it.
You're going to be sincere like you are now. Like how you're sitting at the table BSing us and taking up food.
I'm telling you my honest feelings. I am good friends with Kenya.
You ain't that good. You that good. You going to be my husband.
You may be the kind of person I got to meet your husband right away. She's not you. Kenya is a loner. Kenya is different from you. These girls are such a trip. They rained on Kenya's parade when she didn't have a man, and they are raining extra hard on her parade now that she does have one.
Well, let's play a game. How many believe that Kenya is really married? Raise your hand.
Stop that game, honey.
You believe she's really married? Yeah. I mean, really married, like in love. Where are you running off to?
I'm not running off to anywhere. I'm walking out of the room because I don't want to hear any about Kenya right now.
Honey, when you got a man, that is when you bring him around for everybody to see, honey. Okay? Now, we all have heard the news, honey, of Kenya Moore and Marc Daly breaking up, y'all. Now, I know that's not my normal intro. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new. I'm back in a motherfucking building. I had to play those clips for you guys. I have another clip that I want to play because I believe Kenya and her husband was just on a show. I think it's the Tamron Hall show. So I'm going to play that clip. But I collectively played those clips because this bitch has always been secretive, has always been so ultra private, and I don't know, you guys. I have never trusted that this marriage was going to work. I do not like to rain on nobody's parade, okay? I really don't. I don't see it for Kenya like that. But part of the reason, you guys, I don't see it for her like that is because, to me, she puts on a facade. She has been putting on a facade ever since she got her ass on this show. You heard the clips of, Phaedra telling her, when a man wants to marry you, you will know that. Let him, chase you. It is the dog that chases the cat, honey, not the other way around. I just feel like Kenya has always been super weird about her relationships. And then when she finally got with this man, it was, no, I'm not bringing him around because I don't want anybody to scrutinize my relationship, and I don't want anybody, making up stories saying I'm paying him. Like, if you are not paying him, if your shit is so real, why won't you just bring him around? We've never seen, you guys, y'all know I'm a big Nene fan, but we have never seen Nene do any of this shit in the going on 12 years of Housewives with Greg. She has never presented Greg in that way. Kandi and her relationships. Even this last one, with Todd, she has never presented Todd like that. It was just very simple. This is the man that I love. We're going to build together. We're going to have a child together. Todd moved into Candy's house that, she had just bought, and, they share the bills, this, that, and the third. Todd is the one that handles, the restaurant stuff. We know that Greg was the provider of Nene, when she got on the show. And even with Greg being sick and stuff like that, y'all know that I don't want to say is her manager, but he handles a lot of her tours, like her little comedy tours. He sets a lot of things up. These are married couples working together. Kenya was never going to show that side of her marriage because it doesn't exist and it's not real. Okay, I always knew that she was not going to stay married to this man. This man, to me, served as a storyline. She wanted to have a baby. She wanted to show you all that she could get married. That's what I think the intention was. Behavior reflects intentions, okay? So when people get to saying, oh, you just hating on Kenya and Kenya was happy with that man. No, okay? No. Kenya had a plan to have that baby and to present, like I said, that she is somebody that could get married like a Nene, like a Kandi. She kind of needed that part, for her storyline. But we have seen through the seasons, she can't keep no man and can't no man keep her, okay? I am very happy for Kenya that she has the beautiful baby girl. That baby, you guys, is gorgeous. Kenya, you did good right there. But the rest of the shit that you be up to, honey, is very, suspect. It's just very, even Portia and Dennis. Portia, and that's another marriage. I ain't trying to be funny. That is another relationship that will be over. I think Portia and Dennis will come together and do, some business things together. Seems more or less like a business relationship than a love relationship. I am not the biggest fan of Kandi, but I really do feel like Kandi and Todd really love each other, even though they do business together. It just seems like a different relationship. Nene and Greg, I really feel who the fuck can argue with over 25, 23 years? I don't know, honey. It's been over 20 years of marriage. I can't argue with shit like that. Okay, I can't argue with facts. Okay, but I am so sick of you goddamn twirlers, you goddamn Kenya Moore supporters. Oh, y'all just jealous. Y'all can't be happy for people. Some of you all will pull the naive card and say, oh, well, it just didn't work out, and, marriages have problems, and you're not going to work it out. You're going to have some stupid ass excuse for this bitch. I told y'all in my Kenya Moore video that I did, back in the summer, I think it was spring or summer. I forgot when I did it, when I dragged her motherfucking ass and told y'all that the bitch is full of shit. She's filled with gimmicks and motherfucking tricks. I told y'all. Okay, I already told y'all how this bitch gets down, how her shit plays out. She is not real. And in the words of Phaedra Parks, you can't make a whore a housewife. Mark, what you thought you was doing? How you doing, Mark? And like I said, you all, I just saw Kenya on the Tamara, what's her name, honey? I'm messing up people's names, honey. Forgive me. Tamron Hall. She was on Tamron Hall's show. Kenya looked absolutely stunning. I give it to her. She looked good in that yellow. Mark had ended up coming out with the baby. In that moment, you guys, real talk, I was not, and still am not, the biggest fan of Kenya. She is, you know, entertaining, and you know, Kenya can be with the shits and shit. She could be funny sometimes, but she's a fake ass bitch to me. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't really see it for the bitch, but we will play along, honey. But I saw her on the show and I was happy for her. I never thought that the marriage would work, but I didn't think it would be over this damn soon. God damn. But it's just very suspect, Kenya, that y'all was on the Tamron Hall show looking like a family, looking like a happily married couple with the baby. You know, you did look a little odd. I will say Mark. Yeah, Mark is the one that looked odd. You know, he's the one that looked unsure. And I've always got a bad vibe from Mark in a sense of, I don't want nothing to do with, you know, my girl being on a reality show. Listen, and this is what the fuck it is at the end of the day. Todd did not want to be on a reality show. Okay, Todd was working, and I'm talking about Candy's Todd from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Todd was working on the Real Housewives of Atlanta show. And I just saw them on, what is that show? On with the couples. What the fuck is that show? Oh, Black Love. That's the name of it on, y'all. Y'all check it out. I don't know if it went off, but really good show. And Todd had mentioned how he quit his job to be with Candy. That is commitment. That is dedication. This is somebody that did not want to be on reality TV, but you know, he was like, this is my lady. I'm in it with her for the long haul. Now, at first, we kind of all had our little doubts about Todd, because there was rumors that Candy could be a bit of a sugar mama. But one thing I will say with Candy, and y'all know I am not a Candy fan at all, because I don't see it for that bitch either. But I respect Candy's hustle as a businesswoman, but I respect her humility and her practicality when it comes to relationships. And I just want somebody that loves me. Candy doesn't go for the rich man the way that some of her friends, you know, go for rich men and, oh, it gotta look like this. Candy is very practical with it. I'm saying all that, you guys, to say this. Those were Todd's intentions. His behavior aligned with those intentions. Mark's, I don't know if we could say the same, because what, Mark is out in New York. He got his restaurant. Did he ever move to, number one, I got questions. Did they ever fucking get married? Because very strange that people keep saying that allegedly. Now, let me cover my ass. There has never been no signs of a marriage record. Then you elope, so you wouldn't really have no witnesses, you know. On top of that, did y'all ever really live together? Like, did he ever come and live to Atlanta? Was it always like this long distance marriage relationship? Like, spill the tea. Like, what's good? It just was always halfway in and halfway out. And you guys, when we have relationships like that, they will not work. They will not last. Okay? But I knew this bitch was going to pull a stunt. I was thinking more or less at the end of the season. But she wanted to get her ass back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She wanted to present her husband and her baby. And then somewhere down the line, I figure, oh, it ain't going to work. I know Kenya. Kenya is a toxic short-term person. She was never fully into this, you guys, for the right reasons. And this isn't really a Kenya thing. There are a lot of people out in the world that claim they can't find love and can't claim they can't get this and can't get that, but they don't stick with nothing or nobody to work anything out. You know, when it comes to relationships, you have to stick with it. There are going to be good times. There are going to be bad times. You know, you may need to take a break from the person, but she just does not give me that committed vibe. I'm not at all advocating to stay in an abusive relationship. You know, I'm not at all advocating that she should have stayed with Matt or any of these other guys. But it just is something disingenuous, I feel, at the core about Kenya Moore. Okay? And that rhymes, honey. So you know it's true. I'm just playing.
46, I met the love of my life. And it just was, it was God. I can't say that it was anything else.
Well, I want to bring the love of your life, Kenya's darling husband, Marc and baby Brooklyn.
Yes,
let's
baby
meet them all.
Brooklyn.
Come on. Okay, thank you. Hi. Come on. Listen, that is Gone with the Wind fabulous right there.
Absolutely.
That baby is gorgeous.
Marc, I know you rarely do television, despite the fact your wife being in the public eye. He's like my husband, wants to kind of be in the back seat there and be the wind beneath our wings.
That's exactly right.
But you agreed to come out because you really wanted to talk to other men, other husbands, significant others, partners going through this. What was it like for you?
It's incredibly challenging because the success rate for these treatments are very low. So there's a lot of disappointment, there's expectations. You also have to be prepared for disappointment. So just being there, being supportive, kind of being hopeful, and being just positive, and just being behind her is what it's all about.
What was it like giving her the injections?
He never did.
So to be fair, I never did that.
You didn't give the you gave your own?
He does not, yes.
You did.
And I hate needles.
I hate
He hates needles.
So I didn't do that.
I just said I have to do it, and it wasn't.
You are officially my hero for real.
I have videos of myself.
She's a trooper.
I get my own.
Oh my gosh! Listen, you've never seen a needle as scary as a progesterone needle.
Yes.
In fact, I have one of my best friends in the audience. I was traveling, and my husband couldn't go. She flew in.
You know what was very weird about that clip, you guys? And that damn Tamron Hall kept talking. I'm like, give me more Kenya and Marc, bitch. I don't want to hear about you. I don't care. I don't know you like that girl. But what was very weird was what Marc said, in my opinion, did not coincide with what Tamron was asking. She was pretty much asking, like, how do you handle kind of playing the back seat? Your woman is, you know, a star on a reality show. Well, that's kind of debatable, but I'm just saying, team twirl. You know, how do you handle doing all of that? He immediately goes into the IVF process, and there's not this big success rate, and it's very difficult. And, you know, it's almost like he was expecting all of this not to work out, and then it did. Then I recently heard about his tax issue. I'm not going to drag him about his finances, child, because we all got some financial problems up in this motherfucker, okay? I think everybody got some kind of financial issue going on in their life. I'm not going to get on him about that. But, it's very suspicious, because it's kind of like maybe Kenya paid the bill for him. I'm definitely, you all, getting, this is all for a storyline. I did this for a purpose, to have a baby. I am a toxic woman that cannot maintain any relationship with a man for a long period of time. That is, you know, what I am getting from this. And I really do hope that Kenya digs deeper. And I know we do a lot of joking on this channel and dragging, but I hope she, like, goes to, like, therapy and kind of gets to a point of where she questions herself and her decisions. And I want her to be honest about what she really wants. Maybe she is not the type to get married. But to me, it was very strange, season 10, and I was looking for the clip where she was talking to Portia, which is somebody that had been married, and Kenya completely judged her marriage. Yes, Portia's relationship with Cordell was unhealthy, but in my opinion, it was not Kenya's place at that time when she had came on the show to judge Portia's marriage, because bitch, we ain't never really seen you stay with nobody or have anybody that really claimed you like that besides Matt's crazy ass, but that's neither here nor there, honey. But like I said, she was talking to Portia, and I think it was when all the girls were together for Sheree to do something in California. I think, remember when Sheree was seeing the therapist and he told her to take some girlfriends, go do something for yourself, go take care of yourself. So all the ladies were together and they were on this, was it a train ride? And Portia was kind of forced to sit with Kenya and Candy, which is the two people she has had the most issues with on the cast. So anyways, Kenya was going on and on. Well, my husband likes when I'm thin, and my husband likes when I submit, and, being married, I just have to be this type of way, and my husband this, and my husband that. Then don't get me started. Don't get me started, honey, because I saw it then. I was like, okay, that's about strike 1 and 2. Because when a woman is saying, well, my husband, and doing all this extra talking, but we don't see it's kind of the equivalent to somebody that keeps saying they got all this money, but you never see the money. You never really see the possessions. It's like, you full of shit. Shut the fuck up. So she was doing a lot of putting on with that. And I noticed Portia was kind of looking at her like, okay, bitch, you talking about how you this submissive wife. But when I was a submissive wife, it was a problem. It was an issue. She also had mentioned in one of the clips that I played, you guys, when I first came on here, she was, oh, my husband, he doesn't know how to book his own flight, and he needs me to do his outfit, pick out his clothes, and he needs me to do that, like putting on, like extra, like you're being phony, you're being fake. And if you would just keep it the fuck real, if you would keep that shit, and I'm dead ass, y'all, I'm dead ass right now, if you would keep that shit real, we would like you, Kenya. I think some of us, we want to like you. We feel you are attractive. You are entertaining. But it's just like I don't know. I just feel like you have a toxic demeanor. Like everything is just fake with you. And it always reveals itself. And people are always coming down on me. Oh, you like Nene. Nene's a bitch and she's narcissistic and she's this and she's that. You know what? I allow people to have their opinions about Nene. That's fine. We all got an opinion. I like Nene because I at least know what I'm getting out of her. I don't approve of everything Nene does. And she'll always be my girl no matter what she do. Because I roll with Nene. I like her. But at the same time, I feel like I'm getting real. Feel like I'm getting a real person with Nene. Even when Nene was going through all that shit with Greg and, she was scared and she was lashing out at everybody. Once I had kind of replayed the season, I was like, damn, I really understood what Nene was going through. Even though I'm not in her position, it's just like, okay, I could see how that would change you to flip into all these different personalities because you got so much going on and you feel like everything is on you. Like, that was real shit Nene was going through last season. And the bottom line, you guys, I just feel like we don't ever get to see the real Kenya because Kenya likes to put on. Kenya likes to be extra. Kenya likes to be secretive. Kenya likes to make things look a certain way when they're really not that way. And I think that is the common denominator in all of our issues. If we are to really be honest with ourselves, you guys, that's the common issue we all have with Kenya. We feel like we are not getting a genuine person. And it kills me when I hear people say, well, Phaedra's so fake, and Kenya's the beauty queen and she kept it so real. And at least with Phaedra, she was really married to Apollo, and it was for some years. They were in a relationship, for some years before they got married. They didn't have not one child, but two. Like you can slice it however way you want to fucking slice it, but when somebody gives you real, it's real. Apollo was acting a fool before he went to prison. That shit is like real. We saw that. We never seen Phaedra present Apollo in this way of, oh, well, that's my husband, but we never seen, that's my husband, and he expects this out of me, and that out of me, and this, and I do all this for him, but we never seen, you're on his voicemail. No, we actually saw Apollo. When did Phaedra come on here? Where's Phaedra? When did she come on? Oh, Phaedra came on season 3, that's right. Season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, and I think season 7 was like his last season, before he went in. And it's just like, we saw that man, like I said before, we see Todd on the show. We've seen Greg all throughout Housewives. Like, these women have had real relationships. Even Cynthia and Peter, you could add them to that list. You saw Cynthia came on season 3 as well. Saw Peter season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, we even saw Peter when she wasn't with his ass. That's how real and genuine, it is with these women and their relationships. We even see Cynthia's baby daddy. We don't hear her making up stories, trying to cover up shit, I'm not going to show nobody him because I don't want him to be scrutinized and everybody says I'm lying. Listen, if I feel that everybody feels I'm lying about something, I'm going to put my shit out there, because you cannot deny me when I put my truth out there and I show you. And I stand on that shit for some years. You can't deny me when I do that. But Kenya, we kind of can deny you when we see you putting on, and yeah, you go get married, but ain't nobody there, none of your friends, not even Cynthia. You have this baby, you're only married for 2 years, and then you finally want to get a divorce once you get your ass back on Housewives. See, y'all notice she didn't do this shit when she was off the show. He want to do this shit once the baby, they got out of what? The baby probably still in Pampers, but, maybe on some pull-ups coming up. I don't know. Everything with Kenya is so fucking mapped out and strategic. And to me, she just ends up looking the fool, looking like the help in the end. I don't know, y'all. Y'all get down in them damn comments. Let me know how you feel about this. Are you like me? Did you see this coming? Because I did. And I told y'all that bitch was not real in my Kenya Moore video that I got a lot of thumbs down on. But I said what I said, and what I said wasn't no bullshit. Okay? All right, you guys. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.